What's up, everybody? This is Val Pugh Love, author of children's books, aka Viv Love, author of urban fiction novels, and I'm on the Day Party podcast with Go Lucky.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what this is, man. This is another edition of the Day Party podcast, and I'm sitting here with the very incredible, very very smart, very very articulate Mrs. Val Pugh Love. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You feeling good? You look good.
I'm great. Thank you.
You want me to go get you another shot of wine right quick? You know what I'm saying?
I'm good on that.
But anyway, listen. First of all, I want to say it's an honor, just to be in your presence. Introduce yourself right quick, man.
Hey, I'm Val Pugh Love. You can follow me on social media at author-editor Val Pugh Love, right. Val Pugh Love on Instagram or valpuglove.com.
Okay, good. Mrs. Val, where you from?
I'm from Cooper, baby, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport, Louisiana. What type of community is that?
Hey, it's the kind of place everybody can go.
Okay, cool.
It's the MLK neighborhood. We grew up there, all black, everything. Learned a lot from the streets.
Right.
Learned that from those streets we could still, excel and be better. That's what I'm doing with my books,
right.
with my platform.
Right. I love how you said that, maximizing your potentials. You know what I'm saying? Even though, we all come out of, harsh, situations, you know what I'm saying? But you find a way out of that.
Absolutely.
You come from what's your family like? You come from a big family?
Yeah, big family. Mom and dad in the house. 4 siblings, 3 sisters, 1 brother.
Oh yeah, that's good. Now, let me ask you something. You have now written 7 books.
7 books.
All right. Now, the first thing I want to ask you is, when did you realize you had a gift for writing books, or did it start in another area and transfer into books?
Well, I've always been a writer. It started as a young child. I was always good at writing. I was the baby, so
right.
My two big sisters had each other, and my sister and brother had each other. And it
right.
was just me.
Right.
So when I got emotional, whether I was happy, sad, or mad, I would write, and it would usually be poems. And then,
okay.
Just over time, I always excelled in English, got my English degree, and
right.
decided to write a book.
So, when you initially first started writing poems, did you share them with anybody, or you would just, so what I'm getting from this, that was just your way of expressing yourself?
Yes. I did share them with people. I knew the stuff was good, so I was like, wait a minute now, I can't just keep this to myself.
Right.
So I shared it with a few friends. My mom says that she has my first book that I wrote, which was an assignment in high school. So she keeps it. She pulls it out every Christmas. It's complete with about, I guess, 10 different poems and stories.
What's the it's a collection of.
It's a collection, yeah.
Got you.
And she cherishes it. So.
Okay, now was it by you doing that, writing as a young age, did it had to transpire over into your teenage years?
It did. So as a teenager, you have your crushes or whatever.
Right.
So
you start writing about Brian and Kristen?
Yeah, I ain't, I'm not approaching anybody, but
okay.
I'll write about it,
Okay.
So I had some cool poems that I wrote.
Okay. Now, speaking on, so I'm quite sure you entered in some type of contest, writing contest, or you just.
Well, the funny thing is, I did not enter any writing contest.
Really?
I entered some art contests and won Art Break a couple times, but
okay.
Writing I never did. No.
Wow. So my whole basis for building this platform is geared toward inspiring people. You know what I mean? Because my whole thought process is, let me give a voice to the people that's doing something amazing that nobody else is doing. You know what I mean? And I saw you on the thing. I've been seeing Lil Val.
Yes.
So when I first saw that, I was like, man, that's incredible. Because some people have talent, but they don't know how to use their talent.
Right.
You know what I mean? So can you translate the first personal experience when you knew I'm on to something right now? You know what I mean?
So I majored in English, and
Okay.
but in English, I wasn't writing about or reading about Black people much.
Okay.
I wasn't always interested in the content, but I could read anything, and I could write a paper about anything, and I could make an A on it. So
Right.
then I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I can do this.
Right. Right. And the second part of this is why I do this, to bring visuals to people as such as yourself, is because I tell people all the time, you can talk to the people who you inspire. See, it's right now, it's people that you're inspiring right now, you may never know. You know what I mean? Because somebody right now is watching Val Pugh Love right now. You know what I mean? So that is the gift of giving. You know what I mean? Speaking of giving, what was tell me about James Press's Jewel.
So that's actually my favorite
Okay.
out of all of them. It's my favorite because it's my first.
Okay.
But then it's also because it's dedicated to my grandmother, my great grandmother. We ended up losing her. We lost her in 2010. And my grandmother was she was really, really sad about it. We all were devastated. But how did I turn this into a children's book? I don't know. But in the story, the little girl Jane loses her jewel. She searches for the jewel.
Right.
She finds out where the jewel is, and she's at peace with that thought. So
Right.
it's just, just teaching the children and people all together to cherish their jewels.
Right. So, okay. Because writing, especially when you're putting together a book, you're the writer, you're the creator, you're the thought creator. Who was it illustrated by? As far as like, who came up with the characters as far as a look? You know what I'm saying?
So for Jane, I wanted her to be a dark brown little girl like my grandmother with some Afro puffs. So that's what she ended up being. But then her next door neighbors ended up being my children.
Wow.
Yeah, I have my own characters, and instead of trying to create one, why not create them in the image of my children who look like other brown children around the world? So that's what we did.
That's phenomenal.
And my husband actually did the illustrations. Willie Love, follow him.
Shout out to Willie Love, man.
Love on canvas, more than a painter.
So was he side note with Mr. Willie Love? Was he already doing it?
He was not. And he actually doesn't do it for anybody but me.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I was too difficult. I don't know. But hey, we got 5 books out of it.
Shout out to Willie Love, man.
Shout out to Willie Love.
You see how they came together like that? That's
absolutely a divine connection.
That's incredible.
Yes.
That's incredible. You're author of 7 books. Tell me about James Press's Jewel.
So the green book, you see the pink one, then we have the green one. The green one is that same book, a different cover.
Gotcha.
Some of the moms thought that the pink book was a girl book, so that she didn't want the boys reading it. But then when we went to the schools would buy my books in bulk, like 500 books at a time, 100 books at a time. And guess what the boys wanted? The pink book. They were like, we want the original.
Wow.
So
tell me what schools
So Cherokee Park was the first school to buy my books in bulk. Dr. Tyrone Burton was my middle school assistant principal.
D. Mr. Burton?
Yeah, D. Mr. Burton.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We've actually worked together a bunch. He's such a brilliant person. It's so giving. Great person. I learned a lot from him. First school to buy them in bulk. J.S. Clark, shout out to them. I think they bought the most, maybe 560 books. That's with Kenya Roberts over there.
Wow.
Clayton Roberts. Who else has bought in bulk?
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it's a blessing. I think Moortown. It's been so many. I've been blessed.
Right.
I've been blessed.
Okay, moving on to the Possum Christmas Surprise.
Christmas Surprise. So at the end of James Press's Jewel, the jewel became a star.
Okay.
And that same jewel gives the dog in the Possum Christmas Surprise magical Christmas powers.
Wow.
And that dog is actually my dog, Apollo. It's based on actual events. My dog actually came up. He was lost for like 18 days. So different people would say they saw him, and then he'd go there, he wouldn't be there. And I'm like, you got to be on some kind of mission or something. So that turned into a Secret Santa mission.
Right.
Wrote that book. It's a great Christmas book, great story. All of the books have questions in the back of the books.
Right.
To promote robust vocabulary, lexile learning, just teaching the kids how to use context clues and everything.
That's incredible. You was able to correlate a real life situation and illustrate it into a story and into a thing. That's and that's what we do. you take ideas and thoughts and you manifest them. And I mean, look what you're doing now. And you're able to inspire off your own thoughts. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kennedy's Counting Kangaroo.
So my little girl is Kennedy.
Okay.
We wrote this story when she was 2 years old. I wrote it.
Right.
And if you notice, you'll see a jewel on each one of the covers. But Kennedy was at that age, counting and hopping around a lot. So in this story, she hops around and counts for the kangaroo. They skip a number, so they have to figure out which number they missed. So just teaching them sight words, counting, and missing numbers. Just problem solving.
Now, before we move on to the next one, is there any authors that inspire you?
So one of my favorite authors was Elin Harris, and he died a few years ago. But I have all his books. Just his writing style was always interesting for me.
Now, when you said style, explain that to me. When you say writing style,
urban fiction, his characters were relatable.
Gotcha.
And you kind of look forward to the next book to see what these crazy people are doing.
I see what you're saying.
And you let the characters revisit in later stories.
Right.
So some people were like, I can't stand her. Like, we just know her.
Right.
And the other one's like, oh man, I don't know.
Right. So, and I can imagine, I'm quite sure people are looking at your books, or just like how you explain that about him. I know it's people looking at your work the same way. Ideas, you know what I'm saying? Flows. Kindness from A to Z.
So that one is giving the kids a kind word for every letter of the alphabet. We have kids, and the kids call each other bad names and ugly names.
Right.
So at my house, we're kind of like, all right, you call them stupid, then you have to give them a kind S word. You like say 5 kind S words. I can't think of the word that begins with X. That's
I like that.
word. So I ended up writing that story. It gives the kids the ABC phonics, and then it also gives them a kind word for it. And it's affirmations as well, just cutting down on that bullying and increasing self-love,
right,
and loving each other.
And that's very important, especially with dealing with young kids, teenagers. Words do hurt.
And they stick with you forever.
Right, and most people say mean things. A lot of times they be feeling that way themselves, so they don't know how to express themselves, so they lash out at their peers.
So when we do this exercise, when I do this book at the schools, Judson, just various schools across cattle pairs, they've really shown love, and I appreciate it very much. Right. But we'll have the kids, after we go through the story, then I'll have the kids to come up with maybe one child from this class, one child from the next class,
right.
Maybe one white, one black, one boy, one girl, and then I'll make them say something kind about that person and about themselves. So just teaching them to say those kind of things to each other.
That's what's up. You inspire me.
Thank you.
Hey,
you inspire me as well.
Hey, this is. Hey, I'm glad I'm right here right now. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Right. Old things our hair can do. Now I got dreadlocks. Now I want to hear this about these.
And guess what? Black folks. I love black folks. I
Right.
love us.
Right.
I love the natural hair movement.
Right.
I love the kinks and the coils and everything. And we grew up, with perms and calling each other nappy headed like it was a bad thing. But guess what? Nappy's just hair that's coiled tightly. That's all it is. And with the right juices and berries, everybody can have that softness. Right. So our hair can do so many things. It can lock. Right. We can braid it. We can, throw it out or crochet it or whatever we want to do.
Cut it short, wear it long. Yeah,
and guess what? People are going to mimic us. All sorts of people are going to mimic us. So in this story, it talks about a kid that got called nappy-headed at school. And he comes home, he's mad. And he tells his parents, and his mom, they're looking at him upset. They're like, okay, well, I understand you're upset. And while words are hurtful, they're not always true. And do you realize all the things our hair can do? And so there's also a chant in the book, just encouraging the kids, letting them know that we are royal, we are cute, all the things our hair can do.
Right. And what are some of those characters' names?
So, mighty funny, my 4 children.
Kennedy's one.
Yes, Kennedy's one. My oldest boy, Chandler.
Okay.
And then we have Chase and Willie, love the third, Trey. Those are my 3 boys and my 1 girl.
Hey, so I can imagine how they feel because you have implemented your children in your artwork.
Yes.
So they can go in Turkey Park and say, hey, that's me.
Yes, and a lot of kids see them like, oh, that's you. Oh, I want a shirt. So the kids, when they wear their gear with the backpacks, I don't have any in here right now, but backpacks, I have backpacks and umbrellas with these same characters on them, and the parents and children are buying them like crazy because guess what? Those kids look like their kids as well.
Right.
Yes.
So basically, I'm sitting here in front of an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
Millionaire is on the way.
Same.
You know what I mean? We gotta speak it into existence, baby.
Come and Val Pugh love. That's what we
Right.
do.
That's what it's all about. I'm a type of person. I am one with the universe. I'm an avid believer. You speak it out.
Absolutely.
And what you speak out, it will return you, baby.
Yes.
You feel me? I'm looking at right now more books that's on the desk. We covered the children's books.
Yes.
I'm looking at this book right here. It's called Daddy Issues. Explain this to me.
So that was written by Viv Love. That's my alter ego.
Oh.
So you have Val Pugh Love, the mom, and the wife. And, she wrote the children's books.
Explain Viv Love to me.
Viv is a different person, and the funny thing is that people don't believe when I'm writing as Viv Love, I'm in a totally different zone. And I go after I write, then I go back and read the book. I'm like, wait, this is some good stuff.
Right.
And my husband likes Viv.
Okay. Okay. Oh, really?
Really like Viv.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Viv is on the edge.
Yeah.
She has an edge.
Yeah. She says bad words, and she's racy, and
okay.
She's fun.
Okay, now daddy issues. Explain to me, me and to the viewers, exactly the point of view you're coming across in daddy issues.
So Vivian McQueen is a counselor by day and a dominatrix by night. Women come to her for counseling when they seem to be down and out. She takes them to the queendom.
Okay.
And she just teaches them how to be empowered. And the men sometimes, lots of times, have to visit the queendom when they just can't seem to get right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I opened up the book, and I think one of the inserts, so the first thing I read was "He Raped Me."
Oh, that was on that Queendom Come.
Oh, my bad.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I saw it in that book. Okay.
Yeah. So that Queendom Come is a sequel to Daddy Issues.
Okay.
So in that Queendom Come, someone is raped, and they go to Vivian for revenge. He raped me. I want revenge.
Wow.
And Vivian is gonna make sure that these people, that the women are not hurting.
Right. And I'm glad you said that because like right now, it's a lot of it's always been going on, but as far as like you have the Me Too movement,
yes.
You have the controversy with R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, R. Kelly wouldn't have survived the Queendom.
Oh no way for him, fast.
No.
No way for
him. Send him over here.
They would.
Send him this way.
Hey. Right now, she said, "Hey, don't put him in jail.
No, send him this way. I'll take care of him.
Send him to Queendom Come."
Yes.
So what? Okay, just since we jumped on that right quick, what is your take on that? You know what I'm saying? As far as like, men, what you call it, taking advantage of women. You know what I mean?
So, no means no, guys. No
right.
matter what. And it has happened to so many women where, I went back, maybe it was my fault because I went back to the room with him. But I changed my mind. Well, guess what? You changed your mind. So it was no. It was no. Or, I did, deal with him because I did want that record deal. But guess what? You didn't want to do it that way.
Right.
You said no.
That's very important what you said right there. You said that person probably was cool with it in the car. Mm-hmm. But once we got in here, I changed my mind. So now that no means...
It means no.
No. And it's funny that you... Not as funny, but... Because that was just... I don't know if you're familiar with Ayanna Jackson. The lady who accused Tupac of raping her.
Oh, okay.
And she said, I said yes to him, but not to his friends.
Right.
But Tupac was like, yo, hey, I didn't have nothing to do with them guys.
Right, like we had, but what y'all did had nothing
right.
To do.
He was like, I was out of
and
it.
That's the thing. We have the right to say no. We have the right to change our mind.
Right.
We have the right to say stop, even if we are in the act. We say stop.
Right. And I have, we still going through, through the Queendom Come, but these things like that, they have to be spoken about. And you're a very powerful lady, inspiring woman yourself. What would you say to somebody that has been raped or has been that need help that haven't told anybody? Like, what would you say to that young lady if you could speak to her
and
right now?
guess what? To the young lady and to the young man, because I don't want a grown heifer, pushing up on my son. My son is 14 years old, and he done grew up, girl. He looking good. He's a child. His mama is crazy. So we're not doing. So even to those young boys and to the young girls, if something has happened, and I tell my kids and any teenager that I mentor, if something has happened, tell somebody.
Right.
I know you can trust somebody. Tell me. I promise you I will get you some help. You don't have to keep that secret. It happens in families, in churches, in schools.
Right.
Tell somebody.
Right. I like what you said, because speaking from a male point of view and perspective, it's celebrated when a man is dealing with the older woman.
Right.
It's celebrated. Hey, boy, that boy he messed with. Right. But like you just said, you like, hold on.
Right.
I don't want some older lady messing with my son.
Absolutely.
That's key.
And my nephew Santos Ramirez.
Right. Shout out to Santos.
Shout out to Santos.
Yeah.
But Santos, very handsome fella.
Right.
Very handsome.
Right.
But he's 21, 22. What's your 40-year-old butt doing in his face? He's still our baby. I don't care how long he thinks he's a baby.
Stay back.
Stay back. He's still learning at that age. And they don't need those grown people trying to, just come and tank their innocence.
Right. So in other words, what you're saying is it goes both ways.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a man misleading a young lady,
right.
It goes. That's very important.
Ways. Absolutely.
That's very important. Any shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Anybody else you want to mention in this? We're getting ready to just come to the conclusion of it. Anybody you want to shout out? Honorable mentions?
Well, my son DJ Chase. Follow him on Instagram at DJ Chase _kid DJ.
Okay.
Y'all be seeing more from him. He's been a DJ since he was 7. He's 10 now, almost 11.
Okay.
And he can roll with the best of them.
That's
so
what's up.
Be prepared for more from him. Also, a lot of people, speaking of inspiration, a lot of people contact me. I'm an editor, so people contact me to edit their books, and then they also need help self-publishing. So I also offer self-publishing consultant services,
right.
Editing services, just whatever.
Okay.
So this year I'm trying to get at least 20 people published.
Right.
So come on board.
And you better shout your mama and your dad out.
Shout my mom and dad out. Right. Very supportive. Bragged on me forever, always. Oh, there's nothing she can't do, and I appreciate them. They worked hard for us.
You want to say their names?
Paul and Angela Pugh.
Yeah. All right. Your mama, they ain't finna get on me. Y'all ain't bring.
Lucky didn't tell me, mama. Yeah, but my parents, my siblings, my friends, everybody has been so supportive. When I'm running ideas by them, when I'm reading to them, when I'm asking them what they think, and guess what? They're there, and they're waiting in the next room to celebrate this book. These books came in today, and they came straight over to get the copies before anybody else. So much love to my people.
So real quick, side note. Mm-hmm. I was looking on Instagram just recently over the holidays, and I saw your sister reading a storybook. So that was one of your books.
Yeah, that was the Christmas book. The Post.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, my family, they're very supportive. I appreciate them.
That's what's up. Without family, we don't have anything.
My brother, my sisters, cousins, friends, everybody.
Got you.
Yes.
I
also have products. I didn't bring any in here, but I have umbrellas and backpacks.
Accessories.
Accessories.
I got you.
Yes. Umbrellas with queens on
merchandise.
them. Backpacks and umbrellas with the children on them. So
okay, now how can they find this?
ValPughLove.com.
Okay. And that's how they can find you on social media too?
Absolutely. Val Pugh Love. That's me, the one and only.
All right. The one and only. Hey, this concludes the Day Party Podcast with your host, Go Lucky. And I was honored to be in here with the one and only Val Pugh Love.
Thank you, Lucky.
Y'all stay tuned. Yeah.